AACOM's Government Relations Department works in unison with our membership to advocate in Congress with the administration and with federal agencies on key federal public policies on behalf of osteopathic medical education.
Advocacy allows us to tell a story that many people don't know.
We need to jump in because this is our opportunity to make a difference, and the more voices that are heard, then the bigger impact we're going to have.
We also continue to support and grow our members' advocacy grassroots efforts to influence national policy and become a part of the national dialogue.
It is so important that politicians support more opportunities for healthcare in rural sectors when we have a shortage of nearly 90,000 doctors.
Why it's important for us to have adequate amounts of graduate medical education so that we can train the next generation of physicians.
The changes that occur today will impact things for a long time. You have the power right now to make the changes that are needed, not only for your own future, but for the healthcare future of our country.
People have a misconception that if they're young, that their voice doesn't matter, and that could not be further from the truth.
I was the kid that was like, my voice doesn't matter. This political advocacy stuff, it really isn't for me. But through doing it reminds me of why I'm here, why I want to be a physician.
I feel like I've learned so much. My professional development, I just think it's done a lot more for me than burying my face in the books.
Being able to engage with your representatives and being able to advocate for the issues that are important to you are at the very heart of, our government and our society here.
Get our issues on the table, because without our issues on the table, they never get addressed.
Get involved earlier with the policy making, getting to know your lawmakers, getting to know who is your senator.
There's an old saying on the Hill that if 5 people are calling, the staffers say, hey, they're calling. If 10 people call, they say, we have to do something about this. And so those numbers slowly add up, and every voice counts.
Osteopathic medical students are our next generation of healthcare leaders who must become and remain actively engaged.
A voice comes in many different shapes and sizes, and it's not always about being present or coming into a building and meeting with a certain person. You can be just as effective via a tweet, a Snapchat, an Instagram post, or even Facebook.
AACOM's GR team is amazing. They have a lot of different resources that you can use. They always have, they're very active on social media that you can always do simple things like retweeting them or sharing some of their posts or websites.
So that's the great part of social media, right? You don't need to be somewhere to speak up.
And just imagine if everybody's voice came together on the issue, how powerful that would be.
We are the future of healthcare. There are issues that affect us now that are going to, really factor into how we practice in the future. And so the time is now in order to enact that change and to get the ball rolling.
Advocacy is the avenue of change that we have. And it's the way that we can represent our interests and to see what is best for ourselves as well as our patients.
The unity of our message and the unity of our community is what enables us to break through to policymakers so that they can really understand who we are and what we stand for.